Hello friends and welcome back to our YouTube channel IT Support, and today we are going to learn how to configure OCS inventory server and how we can collect the inventory from Linux client machine and Windows client machine. So before starting with the configuration, let's learn what is inventory, OCS inventory. The OCS inventory is an asset management solution. If you talk about the specific solution provided by OCS inventory, is the inventory management and the remote deployment. OCS inventory supports to manage the uh, inventory for the client machine, and it also helps to deploy the software into the connected remote machine. The Open Computer and Software Inventory is an asset management solution since 2001. OCS inventory has been looking to make hardware and software inventory of computers more efficient. OCS inventory query its agent to know the soft and hard composition of each machine, each server. OCS inventory also query the network to discover the active element that cannot receive an agent. So since version 2.0 OCS inventory integrates the functionality of SNMP scans. So the new version of OCS inventory supports the SNMP. So if we talk about SNMP, the main purpose of this integration is to implement the data collected by IP Discover, right? So using SNMP scan will allow you to insert a lot of information about your network hardwares like printers, switches, computers, which do not have an OCS agent installed. So how inventory OCS inventory works, it needs to be, the agent needs to be installed on the client machine, and that agent which is installed on the client machine push the inventory to the OCS inventory server. With the help of SNMP, it is not required to have a SNMP OCS agent to be installed on the client machine. So printer switches can also support, if they are enabled with the SNMP, they will also support to push their inventory to the OCS inventory server, right? So, and if we talk about the remote deployment, OCS inventory includes a package deployment feature in order not to control but to ensure informity of the software environment present on the network. From the central management server, you can upload the packet that will be downloaded using HTTP and HTTPS and launched by agent on the client computer, right? OCC remote deployment is configurable so that sent packet impact the network quality of service a little as possible. So OCS is used as deployment tool on parks with more than 150,000 machines, right? These are the features of OCS inventory. The relevant inventory, it provides the relevant inventory information, advanced broadcasting system for deploying software installation or executing scripts and command on computer without overloading the network, right? So it will not create network overload to send packets data into the network. There is no load into the network. It is user-friendly interface, providing user interface through web console. You can easily manage. Anyone can manage these inventory, and anyone can manage the client on the machine. Support for many operating system. You can install Windows in Windows Linux, BSD, Sun Solaris, IBM, IX, HP UX, Mac OS, Android also. So anti-error architecture using common standard HTTP, HTTPS protocol and XML data formatting. It supports HTTP and HTTPS with XML data formatting. Web service accessible through the SOAP interface, right? Support plugins through APIs. A lot of APIs is working with the OCS inventory. Network discovery is also supported with the OCS inventory, and synchronization with third-party tool iTop GLPI. It is also work in sync with GLPI. API. So this is all about the OCS inventory server. Let's start with the configuration. So in order to configure, we are going to configure OCS inventory server on one machine. Its IP address is 172.17.233.136 and we are going to install OCS 2.0, MariaDB and HTTPD and PHP. MariaDB is used for database. OCS inventory is using database with the help of MariaDB. HTTPD, this is Apache package, is used to access the web console of inventory server, and the PHP. The client Linux client machine, then we will install OCS agent, OCS inventory agent on Linux machine, and it is on Windows machine. So let's start with the configuration. So I have three virtual machine. First is OCS inventory, this virtual machine, and I have Ansible app server. This work as a client machine, which is Linux machine, and I have one more Windows machine. So I will try to install OCS inventory on this OCS inventory server, and we will try to connect this Ansible app server as a Linux machine, agent machine, and Windows machine, and then we will try to monitor, or we will try to collect the inventory from these two agent machine into the OCS inventory server. So let's connect this inventory server and the client machine through PuTTY. That will very easy to work on it. Let me minimize it. So here I have the console and here is the IP address of this machine. Let's start with the configuration. So first we need to set up a repo for downloading the package for the OCS inventory. So first is EPL release, second is the REMI release 7 RPM. This is for downloading the PHP 7.2 and it will also helps to download the OCS inventory, and then we will download the OCS release latest EL7. This is also the repo, and then we will install all these repo with the help of yum command. So let's download. I'm in the home directory of root. I will do the same on the same directory. Second package, then third package. So all is got downloaded. EPL, OCS and REMI release. Let me install. So all these three repository is installed. Now let's install PHP 7.2. So for these we need EPL release and yum utility. So the another app is already using it. Let me kill it. And then try this command. Alright, it is downloading. Downloaded and installed. This step is already done. So it is already done through this. I downloaded the REMI package and installed. Now let's install PHP common, PHP Apache, PHP. So these all the required dependency for PHP 7.2. Now check the PHP version. It looks like it is installed 5 point something. Okay, so 5.4 is installed. Wow, actually we need 7.2. We need to remove this package and again we need to install 7.2. So for this we need to remove PHP 5.4. Okay, press N and try to remove all installed package for PHP. So these are all supported package for PHP. All are the dependency. We need to remove all of this. Now try this command once again. So it says does not update installed package. Nothing to do. Uh, okay. So friends, here you can see I installed PHP 7.2. If you are failed to install or run this command, I added one more command yum config manager enable remis PHP 7.2. After enabling it, it will install 7.2, right? So after installation of PHP 7.2, let's start with the installation of Ocs Inventory, MariaDB, and Apache. So just type this command again. So here I'm getting error. We need to require PHP mailer 6. So first let's install PHP mailer and then we will go with the installation of OCS inventory, MariaDB and HTTPD. So for this I need to again download the REMI repo. After downloading, let's install it. Installation. Let's enable it and install PHP mailer 6. Press Y and then again try to install OCS inventory, MariaDB and HTTPD. Okay, now it is installing. Dependency is resolved. It will take time. Let me pause this video and we'll back after installation. Okay, installing. Okay, it is done. Now let's enable the MariaDB and start it. After that, we will do MySQL secure installation. So enter the current root password. We don't have. Just press enter. Set the root password. Yes. Enter the root password, whatever you want to set. Now remove anonymous user. Yes. Disallow root login remotely. So generally we press yes for this. So for security purpose, this is a requirement of server hardening. So I'm pressing Y. Remote test database and access to is it? Yes. Reload privileges stable now? Yes. So the secure installation is completed. Now enable the HTTPD. Start it and enable it. HTTPD is running. Now we need to go inside the MySQL with user root -p for password. So we are inside the MariaDB console, and now we need to create database OCS web. This database will be connected through OCS Inventory server, and it will serve all the data which is collected from the agent machine. So databases, here you can see OCS web is already created. Now we need to create one user, database user, that is admin, and its password will be admin, and I am granting all privileges for this database. And one more thing we need to do while taking access from remote machine, the access to the web console from the remote machine, we need to add the IP address of the current machine. So we need to run this command also. So the database user is admin, its password is admin, and this is the IP address of the inventory machine. So the IP address is, this is my inventory server. The IP address for this machine is 136. Last is ended with 136. 136. Okay, rest is same, 172, 117, 236, 136. Just press enter. Okay, so we are all set with the database. Now, if you are working with the firewall and your firewall is enabled, so you need to add the HTTP protocol. Let's check my firewall. So my firewall is enabled. Uh, let's add this service HTTPD and HTTPS. After that, we need to reload the firewall. Now we are all set with the installation. Now we need to go in uh, the web console and type the IP address of the OCS machine. Here we need to type the IP address of this machine. So the IP address is this one. So again, it is not connecting. Let me stop the firewall and then try. So it is blocking by the firewall. So for this, we need to add the port also, 80 and a 443. We need to add this port, and then you can enable your firewall. So for now, I'm stopping the firewall and try to configure. So MySQL login OCS web. This is our database. Sorry, admin. This is our database user. Let me show you here. So here we created a database user admin, and its password is admin. Database name is OCS web, and the host name you need to type the same IP address. For To fill this requirement, we have added this line into the database. If you're not performing this line, you will not able to add this. So this is the initial configuration for the database. So it is saying that OCS ng inventory installation is completed. Installation finished. You can log in to index.php with login admin and the password admin. This username password is for OCS inventory web console, and admin we have also set the same username password for the database. So let's go inside the GUI, perform the update. It required the update, and again go into OCS ng. So you are all finished. Now type the username admin, password admin. So here it is saying your install.php exists in the installation directory. So let's remove, because we have done this setup through install.php file only. You can close it, just go inside it. So here you can see install.php is available. Now remove it and refresh this page. So this error is gone out. It's time to configure the agent machine. So for this we need to add agent. We need to install OCS inventory agent. In order to download OCS inventory agent, you can go into official website. Just go into OCS inventory and downloads. And from here you can download the OCS inventory agent for Windows and OCS inventory agent for Unix Linux, right? So for my case, if I go into virtual machine Windows, the package is already downloaded. So this is how it is downloaded, the Windows Agent 2.1.1. Go inside this directory. So this setup is used to install package remotely into the remote machine, and this setup is used to install agent. Let me install it. I agree. So for here you need to replace it with the IP address of inventory server 236.131. Let's cross verify the IP address. 136 172.17.236 136. Okay, and the rest is same. OCS inventory will be same. Now go on next. Next, enable verbose log and immediate launch inventory so that it will push the inventory to the inventory server, and then install. Start OCS inventory ng systray applet. Just press finish, and it will come into the taskbar tray, and there you can see the icon on the Windows tray, taskbar tray. Now come into the inventory server and refresh the page. So guys, again, the Windows agent machine is not connecting. So we can check the logs and find out the cause why it is not connecting. Var logs, OCS, and activity log. So here, if you come and check the log, you will see the machine 192.17.236, which is our Windows machine, ng Windows agent, database connection, handler database connection, and go away. Okay, so here you can see access denied for user OCS localhost using password yes. So the Windows NG machine is trying to connect our OCS inventory server with the default username. So we need to change this default username. So for this, we need to go inside our USR local OCS etc, then httpd, then conf.d, then OCS server conf file, and here we need to change OCS DB user. It is default user is OCS, but we have admin as a user for this, and password for this is admin. Same way, we need to go inside the path. Let me check again. So guys, here is the path. You should go and edit this file. Just edit it admin and admin. Now restart the HTTPD. Now go back here and refresh. Again, try to restart MariaDB. Go into Windows machine. Run OCS inventory agent now. Now again, let's try to check the logs. So again, database connection access denied for user OCS using password yes. So again, it is trying the same password. Refresh it. Yeah. So we got the Windows machine connected over here. You can see the one Windows machine is got connected. Agent version, OS version, and if you click here, you will see the computer IMEID of the device, its name, its domain, and its operating system. You can also add the field from here, its IP address, then Windows keys. This is Windows keys. Then CPU type. You can also add RAM. So this is all you can add here. And if you want to see detailed information for this machine, you should click here. And here you can see connected user, OS name, version, architecture, swap memory, physical memory. Though this machine is virtual, so we cannot say this is a physical memory, but this is allocated memory for the virtual machine. Okay, last inventory, last contacted for this machine, IP address. If you go in software field, here you can see list of installed software in this machine. Just go for 100 entries, and here you can see these are all software which are installed on the Windows machine. Same way you can go into network and see the network detail of this machine. Devices, these are the connected devices to this machine. These are the printer which is connected to this machine. Configuration, deployment. If you want to deploy any package to this machine, this is also allowed. Miscellaneous. Alright, so if you click administrative data, if you click hardware, this is the hardware information for this machine. This is RAM, its architecture. This is all about this machine. And if you want to manage this OCS inventory, you can go here user, and you can see admin is user, which is by which we are logged into this portal. We can add more user to give console to manage this OCS inventory. And blacklist, you can blacklist, label, file configuration, agents we can install. You can configure SNMP. So we will cover this later, but this is all about the options available into OCS inventory, extensions manager, log visualization. You can also check the logs. Wiki is also there. So if you refer this wiki, this is all about the OCS inventory. Go into all computer again. And now let's connect the Linux machine to OCS inventory server. This we will cover in next video. For so thank you for watching this, and let's meet you on another video to connect Linux machine with the OCS inventory. Thank you. Bye bye.